Linear functions. It is of the form of an equation that is equal to mx plus b. M and b are constant values. If you remember the equation of slope-intercept form, you can see that it is exactly like this linear function. Or you may say that the slope-intercept equation is an example of linear functions. You can say that we have a function f of x that equals to mx plus b, and in slope intercept equation you can see that this is our y-intercept in which we have an order pair that makes our y-intercept that is 0 and b. 0 is the value of x in the order pair and b is the value of y in this order pair. And you can say that this is the y-intercept and this is our slope. Let me change the color. Slope of this equation, or you may say that the rise and the run of an equation is determined by this slope, or you may find the slope by using the fraction formula that is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So our slope intercept equation is exactly like the linear function. Or if you want to recognize any equation that is linear or not, you have to draw its graph. If we get a straight line that crosses the origin, you can say that that is the graph of a linear function. Suppose we have different graphs of straight line over here, and you can see that these all are straight lines and it crosses the origin from here. It may include the positive side and the positive and negative side of x-axis, and the negative side and the negative side of x-axis as well, and the positive side of x-axis and negative side of y-axis. So it moves all around the graph crossing the origin, and it has the domain and range as the whole real number. Domain or range, you can say that of a linear equation is the all real numbers. This is the representation of real numbers. So from here you can see that we have a slope. Let me take this example of this straight line, that we have a slope that is equal to -3, and we simply put it in this form of an equation. Suppose our -3 is here and we put x, and you can see that there is no value of b. You can simply set that y-intercept is equal to 0, or you may say that b value is 0. So we can get an equation of linear that is equal to y is equal to minus 3x. Okay, that is in the negative side, and it also shows that our y is in negative side of the Cartesian coordinate system. So if we take the positive m slope, that is, so again we use this equation to check, place our values in this, and you can see that we have 2 as m, that is our slope, and we don't have any value of b, so we can simply put 0 over here. So it makes this equation. So you can see that linear equations always form a straight line, and if we use any values from the domain and range, we can get a straight line in this graph, and it will always crosses the origin. So next we have an horizontal line graph that shows that a constant function has a slope m is equal to 0. When we will get a 0 in the slope, when our this value, let me change the color, when our y2 minus y1 values will become 0, and there must be any value other than 0 in the denominator, and in this way you can see that our slope will become 0, and we will get a constant value in this linear equation. You can see that when we put 0 in the equation, so we have y over here, and our m is 0, and multiply by x, and then our constant value b is 3 by 2. In this way you can see that we have a constant value of y, that is 3 by 2. So we can simply draw a horizontal line over here, because we don't know the value of x, but it may be from the any side of this x-axis, either it is positive side or negative side of x-axis, but you know that we have only one value of y, that is 3 by 2, and in this there is no any rise and run of this equation, so we can say that slope is 0. So this is the whole concept of a linear function. Hope that you get it clear.